Richie McGinniss joins me now. Richie, thank you for taking the time to talk to us here on NewsNation Prime. I'm going to buckle up for this one because, sir, you have had quite the ride these last few years. I want to start with this. When you think back to that day, nearly 4 years ago, to that moment, is there one thing that really sticks out to you?
Absolutely. Why was I better prepared than the police is the one thing that sticks out to me. That was my first thought when I showed up at the Western Front around 2 p.m.
You sound a little, I mean, this is 4 years ago, but even just hearing your voice right there, you sound a little frustrated, like there's something there. Care to share?
Definitely frustrated because 4 years later, I have more questions than I do answers to that. And just showing up there with a gas mask, a bulletproof helmet, a bulletproof backpack, bulletproof vest, I was actually live streaming Trump's speech from where I knew I had internet at my house in Georgetown. And I was able to get all my stuff together. I heard reports that police were running around, and I knew based on the escalation of violence over the Stop the Steal 1 rally in D.C. in November and the Stop the Steal 2 in December, I knew based on that escalation that the stuff was about to hit the fan. Yeah. And so I got all my gear together. I ordered Uber, and I actually brought my skateboard along because once I hit traffic, I skateboarded down Independence Avenue. And by the time I showed up, right after 2 p.m., yeah. The police were doomed. I mean, there were thousands of people lined up against the police line. And in fact, the scaffoldings that were erected for the impending inauguration actually almost acted like a siege tower. I mean, it made it almost indefensible for the police because all of the protesters / rioters were able to sneak in through the scaffolding, through the sides, and it was a lost cause from the very beginning.
Yeah, Richie, what's amazing to me is this was 4 years ago, and clearly you always say, you know, people remember like it was yesterday. Clearly you do. What do you think discourse and protests look like when President-elect Trump is back in office? Obviously, we're 15 days out now. Do you expect more of the same? What are you feeling? What are you hearing?
I expect a lot more of the same over the next 4 years, and I think specifically things will be focused around the Middle East, as we've seen in the last couple of years, as well as the immigration issue, which is, I think, going to become a huge hot-button issue over the next 4 years.
Oh, absolutely, especially when he takes office, the mass deportation plans. All right, two questions here. Can an event like January 6th ever happen again? And before you answer, I also want to tack on, will it ever happen again? In your eyes, your perspective, you're on the ground, you're riding these things out. Do you think it'll ever happen again, and can it happen again?
I don't know whether it will happen again in exactly the way that it did, but if you look back to 2020, I mean, we had all different state house capitals that had a similar situation go down. I mean, obviously not as violent as what happened on January 6th, but I think after January 6th, people see the power and the amount of eyeballs. I mean, that was the most watched day in CNN's history. And so if you're looking to get a lot of eyes on your cause, then, you know, something similar to that, an attack on a major prominent building might be in the playbook.
All right, speaking of attack, just days ago, we saw a terror attack in New Orleans. New Year's Day, a domestic extremist inspired by ISIS. I'm sure you've been following the story. He was behind the tragedy. From what you've seen on the ground, does that surprise you at all by the rise in domestic extremism?
It doesn't. And actually, your colleague Jorge, who was just on, Jorge used to work at the Daily Caller with me, and we spent a lot of time at the border, both during the Trump administration and immediately following when Biden took office. And all you had to do was fly a drone up in the air and see all of the migrants coming across the border through the gaps in the border wall to know that this was just a completely porous situation at the border, and to see the thousands of people coming over into these small towns like McAllen, Texas on a daily basis was absolutely astounding. And it obviously wasn't until a couple of years later when tens of thousands of those folks ended up in American cities in the heartland and on the coasts that people actually started paying attention to what was going on at the border.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you know Jorge, by the way. Both you guys seem like tough guys. Hey, you know, as you're in the crowd during protests, are there trends you're seeing? I'm sure you have covered many, many, many. Are things less peaceful that you're noticing, more peaceful than they used to be? Anything that you can kind of share with us, people at home, to really take us right there into the middle of the protests?
Yeah, absolutely. There are telltale signs. I mean, you can feel it in the air just with the tension between protesters and police when it's going to cross that line from being a protest to a riot, and most especially what the people are wearing. So if you see somebody who has an umbrella or a shield or a gas mask, that obviously implies that they're there with the express intention of agitating police, of bringing them out and creating a confrontation with riot munitions to create that spectacle that I was talking about.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.